I'm here today with our guest, Helen Chick. Helen, hello.
Hi.
Helen's the author of Sex, Swipes and Other Stories. In the book, she details her own hilarious mishaps and gives advice on navigating the modern dating world. She's pretty much Australia's answer to Carrie Bradshaw, mixed in with a bit of Samantha Jones.
Mm-hmm. And the shopping addiction too. Yeah.
So, Helen, we had this story sent in by a young woman, which is about her sort of unhealthy relationships. Take a listen.
Okay.
I had a couple unhealthy relationships, but they've been mainly emotionally unhealthy. Could be on both parts of us. Honestly, definitely on both parts of us. We were both too young. We both didn't respect each other enough.
I feel like that's very healthy already, to be like, we were both unhealthy.
Right.
Like, that's good foresight.
Self-aware. Self-awareness, yeah.
Also, I don't think that being too young is an unhealthy thing.
I mean, if she has the awareness to call out the fact that she is young and probably hasn't gone through enough of the experiences to learn, that's a good sense of awareness, but we are all young at some point. And we all have to go through it. Nobody's born with the wisdom of, the Dalai Lama, from the get-go.
And just because you've had one either healthy or unhealthy relationship doesn't mean that you'll go through the exact same things with the next person. So you might still be young with them in terms of like dating knowledge.
Yeah, but also, that depends on the self-awareness piece, whether or not you take it into the next relationship, right? Because some people do actually take the same baggage or mistakes into the relationships that they go on for the next couple of, for the rest of their lives, depending on how much self-awareness they have.
All right, let's keep going.
Like specifically a person that never respected me enough to call me a partner or a girlfriend or any...
Okay, yeah.
I like that we both
We're both like,
you go first.
Wait, never... Well, what did they call you?
Well, I feel like this is a common thing. And I'll be the first to admit it. I've been guilty of this before, where you're like, haven't felt, I guess, the confidence in yourself to be like, oh, yeah, I'm dating someone. But it is definitely a red flag.
Oh, 100%. But I'd like to hear how long they'd been dating when she's still like, this person hasn't had the drive to actually call them a partner. What if it was like a couple months?
Is that too soon?
No. I don't think it's too soon.
How quickly can you call someone your boyfriend or girlfriend or partner?
Well, there's no set timeline. I don't believe there's a set timeline. It's just a feeling that I mean, if it feels comfortable and it feels right and you're both not, seeing anybody else or have any intentions of seeing anyone else, it could happen, after a month. It could happen after 2 months, but...
In the same breath, though, it could be a year until you feel...
Oh, that's a really long time.
Long.
That's too long.
Okay.
Well, I would say if you've gone on a few dates and spent quite a decent amount of time with someone, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to just say, hey, I would like to see where this is going. I'm not seeing anybody else. And are you seeing anyone else? And just have that chat.
That's the worst conversation, though, isn't it? Because they go, yeah, I am.
And then it's like, but that's necessary, though.
Then you're suddenly at Holy Moly crying on your fourth date. because
but then, I mean, my next question would have been like, was it clear that what you guys are after, like did that conversation come early on in the piece?
Yeah. Should we keep listening?
Yeah.
We might find out.
In any of that vein, he would constantly tell me I'm more than a fling or more than a hookup and go on dates and treat me as if I was a partner, but never gave me the label or the respect of one. It felt as if I was a plaything and only there when he wanted me to be. Unfortunately, it was a very unhealthy breakup. I wouldn't say breakup, but just it deteriorated in a very unhealthy way. He ended up blocking me or just saying that I was a terrible person and stuff like that for just trying to get some answers. And obviously, because when you're in a situation for months to a year or 2 years, you kind of don't realize that you are deteriorating so slowly.
Okay.
And
it was 2 years.
Jesus.
That's 2 years.
That's too long.
It's way too long, even by my standards.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, 2 years is that's a long time to waste on somebody who can't even acknowledge if you're a partner or not.
Yeah.
I'm also really impatient. So I think I would, if after 3 months and you still can't muster up the courage to be like, yeah, you're my partner, or I'd be like, see you later.
Also, if someone said the word more than a fling to me, I'd be like, ugh, I'm out.
More than a fling?
Yeah, why
So
are you
what's
saying...
more than a fling and then less of a partner?
Yeah, yuck.
What's that? That's a situationship.
I feel bad for her. She even said that it was an unhealthy end.
But the
Just
fact that
the-
he blocked her, but he was always
Oh,
calling
I know.
the
That means, you know,
shots.
he knew that he was guilty for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you feel the need to block someone?
Yeah. Maybe
I
he
don't
did have
understand. It's
someone
very
else.
Potentially. Well, he probably like the only reason why you're not committing to someone is because you think you can do better, or you want to keep, you know, those options always open for yourself. That's the only reason why you don't want to have this person hamper your freedom. Which then I'm like, well, you should just be honest.
Yeah, be single.
Be like, oh yeah, you can just be like, look, I'm not looking for anything. You don't have to say to somebody, oh, you're more than a fling. It gives people the false hope that you could become something
Yeah,
more.
yeah. That there's something down the road between the two of you.
If you stick it out long enough with me, it may change.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
doesn't.
That's like a really bad movie, though. Where you're like,
Right?
it started off shit. I'll just see it through to the end.
Right? Once you've
You're
committed.
still disappointed at the end when the credits are rolling.
But then she's probably thinking after 6 months, well, I've stuck it out for this long. Maybe it'll change in another
Maybe.
month's time. And then you have the same recurring like conversation in your head in perpetuity until he then decides, you know what? You are now trying to push this thing onto me that I don't want to commit to.
And it never changes.
No.
All right, let's hear the end.
I wasn't the healthiest in the way that I was like, I deserve to have some answers and all of that. But the way he made me feel like as if I was insane. And hindsight is very 2020. And it made me realize that I needed to get out of there. And I needed to get out of there a lot sooner than I did. But you can only realize when you do.
I feel like she has great. She's the person that's come out of this more than a fling on top. Being able to be like, I wasn't the healthiest either because I should have had more respect for myself. But the
Agreed.
guy's just gone block and moved on and probably doing the exact same thing to the other person.
Yeah, I think she definitely has learnt a lot by the sounds of it from this relationship, right? And
In air
and
quotations.
right, in air quotations, that, you know, she's not going to go for that in the future. And if she finds herself, she'll see the warning signs way sooner than she did. Hopefully within a couple of months.
Hopefully.
Yeah.